What?
Something.
Something.
What's up?
Can you hear us?
Something.
I just heard it.
Can you hear me? Hi.
It's just the background's
Yeah.
so bright. I think once the sun starts to go down, it won't be.
More that way.
Hold on, watch it.
Hello.
That might be a bit much. Trying to get it pointed at the thick foliage.
Talk to me. That good?
It looks a little better.
I'm just saying, once we get that bright out of the background, it might be, yeah, a little bit better.
This needs to be right out of the edge of the frame.
Seriously? Is this not plugged in?
This? No, you can't have my phone. Thank you anyway. Nice try. Do not throw yourself on the floor. Thank you. Nice try.
Okay, can I be seen over here?
Sit down.
There you go.
There we go.
You can see all four. See, this chair can even come over some of. Sit down. I'll slide everybody.
Okay, so I can turn that on. Okay, everybody. Hey, where's Mama?
She's getting the marshmallows and stuff for the girls, and she's on the phone with Grandma.
Hey. Oh, Grandma called. Okay. Hey, can you guys see us okay? Is everybody seeing us okay?
Hey, Apollo.
And can you guys hear us okay?
Okay, well, I will figure that's fine.
Hey, back off. Back off.
Apollo, no.
Kind of blurry, see and hear us. Okay. Well, it's going to be kind of blurry just because of the light situation that we got going on. Is that better?
Okay.
Looks kind of okay on mine. All
Hey,
right,
do you have your
cool.
phone on you? She's
All
on her
right.
phone.
Okay. Robin is on the phone with Grandmom, so we're going to give everybody a couple more minutes to get in here. Hey, Blaze.
This is a really good microphone.
Yeah. This is as big as much as I've tested it, so.
I mean, just talking at a normal level from this far away, I can see the green bars on it.
Yeah.
Well, I meant to, you could see how clear it was.
Sup, Brad? Brad in the house.
I want to be in the chat box. I don't feel right not being in the chat box. I can't talk to everybody. Well, I guess I can talk
You
to
can
everybody,
talk to everybody.
but everybody can't
We're
talk
going
to
to
me.
get you over your fear of being in front of that camera.
Oh, it ain't so much a fear of being in front of a camera as the fear of not being able to edit what's going on the internet.
This,
Hey,
your
Deep
phone-
South.
He's about to get strapped in. You don't even know.
This is what I've become, a bottle holder.
Unless you want to be a baby wrangler, yes, that's exactly what you've become. That's what happens when you create monster children. They don't
Okay,
know
Mama's
what's
coming
wrong.
in.
You're getting strapped
Everybody's
in, Bubba.
coming on in.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is for you. I have to give you hugs and kisses.
Okay.
Mwah.
Who's that from?
That's from Grandma Yarsky.
Oh, Grandma Yarsky.
Oh, can they see us?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Hey, y'all.
Watch this.
Watch this.
Okay, so
Did you
7:05. Oh, here,
Okay.
this is you now.
Yes, it is me.
Okay.
Can we get a little bit closer?
I mean, we can, but everybody's not going to be able to.
No, we could come in a little bit, I think.
I mean, I think
you go.
so, probably.
Yeah, hold
There's
on.
enough frame
Bubba,
space for another
Can
chair
you
on
bring
each
that
side.
in just a teeny bit more so people can see us?
Why I got to hold this?
I don't know. I
Put
can
it right
turn
there.
it off.
Are we
There's
moving?
still okay. Wait,
Okay.
hold on. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Right about there. Move it.
No.
No, the other way. I always have a hard time with that. There
And
you
then take
go.
that light and kind of center it in on us and
Point
down,
it more
down.
at.
Point it more.
Perfect.
Yeah, a little bit that way.
There you go.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. So. All right.
Jason, it's called Here, Hold This. Watch what I can do.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So are we ready?
Yep, I think so. But can they hear us? That's
Yeah.
the next question.
See,
They
you
already
were
said
like
they
so
could.
5 minutes
They
behind.
can hear us?
Yes.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah. I mean, look how big you make the green line go.
Oh yeah, I do have a pretty big mouth. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, here we go. Should I do it?
I don't. Yeah, sure. It's 5 after.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Homestead Network is proud to bring to you the live stream champions of the world. I'm the big bear. That's the mama bear. That's the Palmetto Paratrooper. And that's the Mrs. Palmetto Paratrooper. And this is the Big Bear Homestead. Now I gotta go knock that off of the.
Yeah, I was wondering.
What did you do?
I made the.
Popped up.
Oh, because he puts feedback. Brad always goes, goal!
Hey y'all, welcome to the Big Bear Homestead live stream. We are out by my pond. We have some visitors today.
I'm sure you can figure out who it is.
I mean, I don't know if you know who it is or not.
I
I
mean,
think
that,
the hat and the beard
the
gives
beard
it away.
kind of gives it
little
away.
Hat and beard kind of give it away. But they came down to visit with us to get away from the storm for a little bit.
Yeah, the storm. They keep
know-
using that word hurricane, and I don't think
They
they
know
know
what
what
it
it means.
means.
Uh-oh. Wayne said, Wayne the winner in the house.
You know, okay, hold on. Let me just go ahead and let's just clarify this just right here in the beginning. Technically, yes, Wayne did win by a pound.
However,
However, Wayne did not tell me we were weighing naked. So I automatically had an extra pound or two on me just because of my clothes. So call it what you want. Wayne wins. It's a tie.
Wayne said, no, Jason, don't be that guy.
Blah, blah, blah. That's okay. That's all right. We're going to get a digital scale so I know exactly what it is, so I'm not trying to estimate or guess on that crazy scale we got. And
Which changes every time you stand on it.
I'm gonna get naked next week. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna be just like Wayne. You ain't gonna see anything but my ankles, which my ankles are a lot skinnier than Wayne's. Wayne's got some fat ankles. Looks like
Hopefully we ain't gonna see anything at all.
looks like if
not.
you poke that ankle, gravy would come out. And then I'm gonna step on the scale, and then we're gonna see. But okay, you won this week. All right,
We'll give it to you.
all right, yeah, sure.
So, Claire says you'll get him next time, Jason.
Yep. But I do want to say thank you to everybody for your positive comments on my video and on Wayne's video. It was great to have that support. And not only does Wayne and I have good support, but let me tell you, some of y'all have really upped the ante for this challenge between Wayne and I. It's not now. It's no longer about smack talking.
Oh, no.
No, Lonely Prepper said, "Okay, y'all already smack talk, so let's make it fun."
That's right.
And he put out a list of prizes then it didn't end there. Then
He's not gonna hurt
Uncle
you.
Buck 11.
She is so funny. She's locking the
She's
door.
locking the door.
You better not be locking that
She
door.
is locking that door. She locks the door.
Okay,
on
y'all
us
can't
all
see
the
this,
time.
but their littlest girl was running from Apollo, and she ran in our house and reached up and hit the
The door.
She just
door
locked
lock.
the door.
Apollo.
I have been locked out of my house so many times because this little girl thinks you gotta lock the door as soon as you come in.
But-
We used to lock it to keep her in when she was too little.
But back to Uncle Buck, he said that if either one of us or both of us lose 20 pounds, we got to lose at least 20 pounds. And then he's going to send us a fire ring to go around our fire pit. And he's going to laser etch
Etch.
our channel name in it.
Okay, so Nana Grace says, be sure to weigh yourself on a hard floor and no rug. We do. And I think Wayne does too. He's got laminate or something on his floor. So it is a...
Got a thin layer of
And
grease on it.
Wayne wanted to kind of say, oh, and yet you lost because of the scale. Let me clarify. What happens with the scale is it actually goes up in weight. It doesn't go backwards. So if anything, his weight is actually going to be less because it keeps adding pounds when he stands on it. So you got it this week, but I'm going to buy a digital scale tomorrow. So
Uh-oh, you don't got Mama doing the head bob.
Brad wanted to know, can we offer $1 per pound for a charity of your choosing?
I'm all right with that.
It's your money, do what you want with it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, okay, so Sherry wants to know who are the visitors. Oh, so he's chatting while he's watching online.
Yes,
He
he is.
just came up. Sore losers make the best excusers.
It's supposed to be excuses, but I can't type on the phone.
Really? Really? What's that over there? In that jar?
What jar?
No, Blaze
Oh,
didn't
sorry.
fall out of the
Stop.
tree. He just
I
beat
didn't
the
say-
tray up, or beat the tree up.
Apollo.
Just stop.
Come over here.
Okay,
Down, down,
Blaze, can you go get our packages that we got, or our package that we got?
down.
Oh, the box is over there.
That's fine. Just bring
I
the
get you
thing.
the thing that came.
Look at me. Look. Down.
Oh, Claire got upset because Blaze didn't fall out of a tree.
I mean, I could push him out of the tree real quick.
Hey, Tammy. Tammy's here.
So we did get some mail this week. We got
Be careful on those steps.
how was it that my kid said yes ma'am?
Because she's strange.
Stop.
She's told her twice. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So we got some packages this week. We got some great gifts in the mail. One came from
Hey, Simply.
it didn't. Well, this one didn't really come in the mail. She just brought it over.
Yes.
Sherry Cherry
Uh-huh.
was moved and was just overexcited about what we were doing for Simply Circus with this hat, and she went out and bought me another hat.
Right.
So have no fear, people. You won't be seeing me without
Okay.
A cover.
a cover on my head in my videos. As soon as we ship this one off after, after Tuesday?
I think so. That's silly chicken.
That you don't know how ironic that is.
I know. He's ready to get
You gotta
into
wait
the grill.
until you're butchered and plucked, bro.
It's like he wants himself to be. Look at him. He sits
There's
up
a
on top
chicken
of it.
on a grill and he's still alive.
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't that funny?
In fact, I think
No.
that's the same grill you have, except you don't have the side attachment.
Yeah, I don't have the little.
Yeah.
You didn't really specify which one.
Oh, yeah. Both of them's fine. Okay. So,
half the stuff in this one's already been taken out. This might just be-
whose is that? What is that?
That's it.
Oh,
This is
we already
stuff
did
from-
that one.
We already
That's
did
the
that.
one from.
I think
Tazzy.
Chili's ready to retire
I mean,
already.
from.
Yeah.
Stop.
I think the chicken's done.
Okay, somebody asked if we've seen Amanda's garden. I talked to her Friday morning, and her power went out. I have not heard from her since, so I don't know if anybody. And then we haven't heard from Cockeyed. Not that there would be any weather issues with them, but we haven't heard of
Cockeye commented on
Oh, your
Video
on
section.
both Wayne's and our video feed. So, matter of fact, her comment was only about maybe an hour or so ago.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
then,
So we got this package in the mail, and it came from
Terry.
like I can read, but did they?
They're on there on the,
Is it okay for us to say on there?
but their name's on the chat.
Okay.
It's on
So
there.
we got this from Terry and is that Tammy?
Yep.
Terry and Tammy
Mhm.
Lawson.
Yep.
Okay. Now, when I opened this box at first, I was kind of like, "Oh, cool box," and I opened it up.
Oh, there's Amanda's garden. Yay.
And I opened up this box, and my first thought was, wow, these people just don't know me. Because it's a United States Navy hat.
What did your paycheck say when you were in the Navy? It's a department
It's
of the
a
Navy.
Oh, the
department.
Navy. That's right.
And then the real hat came in.
But where's the letter?
It's right there.
The letter is hilarious.
And it's another Marine Corps hat.
It says, Jason, I just wanted to send you this gift for your generosity of selling your hat just to help a friend. I walked into a store the day after this came up in the chat and knew what to do. Enjoy the nice hat, and I threw in a Marine hat too. Keep up the good work you and your family have been doing. So, anyway, I thought that was really cool.
That was really cool. So thank you guys for the hat. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry's like a big sister to me.
Uh-huh.
So much love to Sherry. Shank, thank you, Terry and Tammy.
Yep.
And much. Now, we got another package in the mail.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know how to completely express my gratitude to this family.
Uh-huh. Because they are awesome.
Brad and Krista and what's that kid's name? Living like what? Living like what?
Living like Claire.
No, living
Living
like
like Clary Sage.
That's somebody who's not in here. I haven't seen. Oh, there she is, right there.
Living like Claire. They know that we're having major.
Claude. He said Claude.
What are you doing, kid?
Oh,
Not
she
a-
said you punk. Anyway,
They knew we were having computer issues, so they sent us a Mac
laptop
laptop
that they're not using
that
anymore.
they're not using anymore. And it would happen to be on the phone when talking with Brad, and I told him, I was asking him questions about how can I buffer the wind and stuff because my lapel mic went out.
Yeah,
And I opened up the box, and there is a professional grade
lapel mic.
mic
That he just had laying around because of what he does. It was just cool that they were taking stuff, and that's what I think, good people do. I've got this lying around.
You
I'm
need
not
it.
using it. Somebody else can be using it, and I just thought that was really cool.
So much love to Brad and Krista. I don't even want to know. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody.
Wayne said, why are you sitting so far away from the camera? Oh, I know. You want to look smaller. I get it.
Yep. 7 days. 7 days I have of this. So we're here tonight visiting with I so desperately want to call you what my daughter calls you.
What was that again? Pistachio or
Pimento.
pimento?
Pimento pooper scooper.
Blaze won't own up to making up
Yeah.
No,
because
nobody.
he's terrified.
Because they know he's got a reputation on Wayne. I mean, on
Network.
Brad's channel.
Yeah.
Every time Brad says, "What do you do with this?"
Kill somebody.
Kill somebody.
Yeah, they were joking around in the house, and he's like, "Daddy, I hope I don't slip up and call him the nickname that Blaze gave him." And I'm like, "What
What
nickname
nickname?
did Blaze give him?" and Pinto Pooper Scooper.
Pimento
Pooper Scoop.
Front
And I
end
said,
rest
well,
forward.
you got to tell him now. She's like, and Ladessa was like, no, he can kill you with a paperclip.
Are you sure you want? That's what she was telling me in the car. Are you sure that we should tell him that, Daddy?
Can doesn't mean will.
There you go. Potential is always there.
So we've been having a really good time visiting with them. We had chili. We had well, some had some type of dessert that just
Chocolate
smelled-
Pope
Pope
cake.
Those two.
The recipe is available on
Had
Pinterest.
dessert.
I will post a link in the comments later
There
for
you
everyone
go.
to share, especially Wayne.
Wayne needs some chocolate cake.
Matter of fact, I think every female, every woman that's on Team Jason should make Wayne a cake to congratulate him
For the
On
extra
his
for
camera.
his winning
win
this week
This week.
and send it to him. So
That light's a little off. Oh,
That'll be fine.
yeah.
Anyway, so
Anyway,
So, why don't you tell everybody what you think about our place?
It's much bigger than mine, but it's. I mean, the terrain is very similar.
yeah,
It's hilly and it's got a lot of vegetation on it. A lot more livestock than I could manage on 2 acres. But I like it. It's quiet. And between his house and my house, we did get on I-26 for a couple minutes, but there's no need to take any highway at all. We can go back country roads all the way for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it would have
between
taken
the two
6
of us.
minutes longer to not get on 26.
which is nice because
It
then
really
you don't
is.
have to worry about all the crap that goes on interstate.
There's not a lot of traffic, not a lot of accidents, and basically you're looking at cornfields and cow pastures every 5 minutes.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
And also, if you guys had to bug out from your location to get here, how much of a benefit really is that?
It's huge. The only drawbacks are the fact that we got to cross at least one river.
Okay.
Well, two rivers.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there's one right at the state
Saluda
line.
and, or is it the lake?
Well,
I think the lake is right at the state line.
At the, yeah.
yeah.
Well, that would be-
181
Savannah.
to 181.
Savannah.
Savannah
And then
and Broad River.
Oh, Broad. Yeah, but Broad's not that.
It's more like a creek.
Well, it's
Maybe where
broad.
you are, maybe
Up
where
near
you're
us, it's-
crossing it,
yeah.
because over this way it's not that big.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, yeah, those are the only 2 choke points that you would run into, and that's really what you got to worry about when you're trying to bug out from something. Is places where there's going to be a lot of people, and choke points where in order to get from this side to that side, you got to go through this tiny little area. They call that the fatal funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yep.
Yep. The perfect spot for.
Angel Man said pre-station boats.
Yeah.
Somebody is stealing.
Yep.
Yeah.
somebody was stealing, but
Out in this country area like
they'd be
this.
gone quick. But that's one of the good things about. I guess this is one of the major benefits of the Homestead Network, is because if it wasn't for the Homestead Network, we would have never met.
Right.
You know.
Even though we're as close as we are.
Yeah.
Like if we'd have been in the same kind of groups or whatever, maybe we might have crossed paths at some point. But realistically speaking, probably
Realistically,
not.
Yeah.
we would have never met. So Brad, this is your fault.
Yep.
It's
Thanks
your
a lot, Brad.
It's your fault that we became
Yeah.
friends.
Thanks, Brad.
You know, and another nice thing about it is if, you know, when I get my ham radio, and I don't know if you've already got one or not, but I mean, it's uber simple. I mean, we probably wouldn't even have to get ham. We could probably get a good strong CD to be able to reach back and forth, because
A base station to do it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's definitely in the works. We're gonna, because that one of the biggest arguments that goes back and forth is preppers or whoever you want to say will say, well, I don't want anybody to know that I'm a prepper, but at the same time, you you can't do it all by yourself.
No.
It's not realistic. Especially, I mean, you've seen the layout of this land.
Yeah, there's no way that
We won't be able to patrol this by ourselves if we had to. We wouldn't be able to. It's too
vast.
Yeah,
It's like
too
what
vast.
Pastor Joe says is
Yeah.
that, like, if you got 50, 80 acre lot, even if you got 10 or 15 people, actually I think that might have been Southern Pepper that said
Yeah.
that. But you're going to have to bring your perimeter in at night
Exactly.
because you can't protect all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And we walked my property, and you seen that. I mean, I got a little bit of cushion over here because of the beaver pond,
Mm-hmm.
but that's it. I'm vulnerable everywhere else,
Mm-hmm. And we're so close to the road.
and for us to be able to secure this location by ourselves is almost impossible. You know, so it's great to be able to reach out, get to know folks, and that's one of the great things, you know, with doing these live streams and getting to chat, because we started chatting in the chat box, and then we started chatting on Skype, and then we made the meetup, and we were going to meet out in town first, but then, you know, the little breeze came along.
You gotta love Matthew the storm.
Yeah.
And so we took a leap of faith from both sides. Took a leap of faith. Turned out great, minus the chocolate cake.
Well, in her defense, she asked me, well, actually, she kind of made a dig. She said, what will Blaze allow Jason to eat on his diet?
Since
But
he's in charge of meal
it started,
planning.
yeah. Well, we turned that into a wonderful homeschool activity. That's
that's
math and nutrition, and I mean, that's a whole bunch of different things in one. But
Thank you.
Research.
but basically the conversation kind of went, well, he can eat stuff, he just can't eat it. It's not what he can eat, it's how much he can eat. So of course we were planning everything out, and I was like, you're in charge of dessert. And she's like, yay! And so we got chocolate.
I
cake.
literally
At least you got
asked both.
chocolate poke cake and not the pumpkin dessert that I was
There
gonna
you
bring.
go. She
Because
said-
someone said that was mean.
I swear, Wayne, these two were on Team Wayne.
And I even abstained from eating the dessert.
Yeah,
just
in
to show
support.
solitude.
That's it.
There we go.
Let's see. Okay, so everybody's accounted for, so that's good.
Well, that's good.
Krista said she knows of a small army that could help secure this area here. And
Well, they need to be a little taller than small.
I mean,
so Simply said, Big Fluffy, I'm proud of you on the weight loss. Seriously, 10 pounds is a lot. Oh, and Brad's picking on you. He said, and then came the moonlit walks with you two.
where are the other two?
The rest of them are in there.
Are they all inside? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
That was
watching a
probably
movie?
Tasha's idea.
I can't see anything on the other side of that light.
Well,
Yeah,
I
we might have
guarantee
to-
Tasha was in
We
charge
have to,
of that.
well, no, it's lighting everything up halfway decent.
No, yeah, we're lit
Oh,
up.
yeah.
So, Simply said, hey, the pumpkin butter is good on toast. Just saying.
Yeah, I know the pumpkin butter is good on toast. I'm trying to stay away from toast.
So is that apple butter I brought.
So Susan says, what
He
state?
picked that out. He picked out the apple butter and the last of the jam.
Susan says, what state does Palmetto Paratrooper live in? I must have
That
missed it.
The Palmetto State.
The
The
one over right over
Palmetto
there.
State.
It's south of North Carolina. It's east of Georgia.
And north of Florida.
And north of Florida.
Well, north of Georgia.
Georgia. And
Northeast.
kind of Florida.
South
Dang,
Carolina.
I missed your video. How much did you? Okay. 10 pounds. Yeah, so see, all your people are like 10 pounds. Yeah, Wayne says he lost 11, but he cheated. No, I'm just kidding. He's doing a great job, y'all. I'm really proud of everybody for...
Somebody in my comments made a great point that they wonder if, because all you saw was Wayne's feet.
We're buffering.
Doesn't look like it.
We are right here.
Are you buffering on your phone, babe?
Just lost feed. Buffering. I don't know. Buffering. But you know what's hilarious? It's saying live stream health and it's saying, hey, Blaze.
He's already on it.
Okay.
Making sure that they didn't get online.
Yeah, that was the first thing that came to mind. Was
Tasha likes
they're in there
Netflix.
watching something and Tasha pushed some button.
Tasha
Who
can
tripped
make the
over
Roku work.
who tripped over the internet cable? Is what they're saying. Let me refresh.
Well, it wasn't none of us. We didn't get up.
We didn't get up.
Tasha can make the Roku work.
What's
when nobody else
crazy
can.
is that that's not saying orange.
There you are. They said we're back.
You're saying you're red. It never went. Refresh. There we go.
There we go. We're back.
Okay. Anyway, I think it just, I don't know.
Sky,
Reset.
be careful now.
Okay. All right. So
So, what?
what?
Well, you said there was a question. That's why we stopped, and then you said we were buffering.
Oh, I don't know.
It was right after you said.
So a priest, a rabbi, and a chicken walk into a bar.
Who said that?
He's the
Brad?
priest.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to be a priest. I look more like a rabbi, and there's a chicken right over there.
On the grill.
Yeah.
See, I trained my food
It's
before.
buffering again. Something is not.
It might be that computer.
Because
I'm telling you, it doesn't look like it's orange right there. It's doing it again.
Okay,
No, it's-
charades. 2 words.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, I see you now. We're back.
We're back. Back again.
Stream looks fine to me. I don't know. It's
I don't know. This is going.
we tried.
Maybe
Hey, it's
they're-
Matthew. Matthew did it.
it's all Matthew's fault.
Yeah. We figured we'd give this a go out here. This time, I'm gonna probably end up build a porch off of the schoolhouse right where we're sitting,
Right.
right here, and then I'll have some other lights to light it up a little bit better.
Oh, we were talking about Wayne's feet, about how when he was weighing.
Oh yeah, that somebody said that, you know,
Why not?
last time he was probably holding the camera, and this time he wasn't.
Oh, so that's another thing.
So that's another thing why he could have lost more than me.
Yep, see?
Yep, but it'll be all right.
Anyway, but like Palmetto, what did Palmetto say? What did you say? Bad losers.
Oh, sore losers are good at making excuses?
Yep, there you go. So
I'm just telling you what people said in the comments. I'm not saying I'm saying it. I'm just saying what other folks have said. But I'm very happy because if any of y'all watched Wayne's video, you could tell he was happy and he was proud. Cause
Yes.
let me tell y'all, I talked a lot with Wayne on Skype back and forth, and he was nervous. At one point later on, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday. He's like, "You got this." He goes, "I don't feel like I've lost a thing."
Anything. Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, have your pants started getting looser?" Oh, my gym shorts have. So, you probably lost some weight, man. You're gonna see it more in inches than you are on the scale at first.
Well, and that's something that a lot of people are saying is if you're working out, you
You won't necessarily feel it like because you build muscle.
right. If you're building muscle, you might not be showing it as much in pounds.
Right, but
So-
Wayne and I both don't want to do a body fat.
Right. So
I'll
We're
do
not-
that. I'll do that
Of
with
course
You
you.
got like 2%, man. I don't know. Not many of y'all know this, but this guy's like 6 foot tall.
he's
And
tall.
he's like a broomstick.
I'm
Yeah.
6'3", 165
Oh
pounds.
my god.
My service
Skinny.
weight was 185, so.
Both of you stand up and then everyone will know.
No,
Yeah,
he's
look at
standing.
that.
No. I mean, he's
I'm a beanpole.
Yes.
he turns sideways and stick out his tongue. He'd look like a zipper.
Yep.
The wind whistles when I turn sideways.
There you go.
Oh, monkey.
He's tired, but he'd rather
But-
slam his head into my chest to keep himself awake.
There you go. Oh, it happened.
What up?
Anyway, so it's we got about 20 minutes.
Okay, good. So, all right, Mr. Mr. Kill Everybody with a paper clip.
Okay, wait. James Humrick wants to know what kind of sidearm there, Big Bear.
That's my 45. I need it for snakes.
Okay.
Claire says she's got to go take care of the animals. We'll see you after a while, Claire.
Bye, Claire. I'll have Blaze Skype you. Okay. So let's just hypothetically say the fecal matter has hit the oscillation device.
Okay.
In your opinion, this property you got here, what would be one of the first things that you would want to lock down security-wise?
The entrance.
The very first thing would be to move every warm body to the back pasture. Get them away from that road. Make this house look like it's already been looted.
Okay.
Everything you care about, which should include your family and your firearm and not much else, should be back there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Then what else?
Well, you need shelter because
Back
you're
there.
not in the house. You need
Right.
shelter back there. So then you just start out the same things you would do in any survival situation. Shelter, water, fire, food. But
Most of which you can
most of
prepare
which
for.
is probably already taken care of. As a matter of fact, if you go back there and you just build a couple of little shacks, primitive shanties back there, then all you have to do is some repairs.
Okay.
But you want to be exactly where no one thinks someone is.
I gotcha.
You want people to be able to walk past you.
So almost make those shanties look like deer blinds. Like
Yeah,
deer
I mean,
Well, but what he's saying is that by this looking like it's been looted and already evacuated, people won't press to go back that
Yeah.
far because they'll
They won't
think that
think
this
that
has
there's
already been
anything
passed
there.
through.
I mean, you could even loot your own house
Right.
and just take everything
What are
off
you
to the
looking
back.
at?
Well, the screen went down.
Oh, well,
I don't know why.
it's because it's not active. You're not
Just
touching it.
just leave the front door open, leave the cabinets open and empty.
Get a wireless mouse next time you do it outside. Just
I
rub it
got
on
one
your
in
pants every
there.
now and
I
then.
got one in there. I just need to go get it.
Yeah. Everybody loves seeing you up close. Whenever you come up that far, they're like, whoa, whoa.
They like.
Okay, 1 pound of fat, 1 pound of muscle. Okay, so they're talking about
We're
that.
still
Yeah.
talking about that.
Secure the Twinkies. Second, secure the ice cream.
Who said that? Brad.
Brad. Wolf Bear Jr. says 45 is really nice for protection. Except, I don't know about y'all, but 45 is heavy for
It
me.
is. I have a 380.
It's heavy. I mean, I can use it and I'm fine with it, but it's a heavy gun. So, I mean, and I like listening to, and this is where I get to razz you in front of everybody else. I love when you were doing your live stream because we were able to ask you questions and you give us feedback right away. You have so much knowledge about security that a lot of these people don't have. So, just
I
gonna
mean-
put it out there.
Anybody who's half paranoid can come up with any of
But
this
they're
stuff.
not you, man. They're not you. You're awesome, and you put it forth in a way that people don't feel stupid for asking. That's what it boils down to. I mean, Jason isn't going to ask just anybody, what would you do to make this look right? He knows that you know, and he knows you're not going to judge him based on his question. So, but anyway, back to the 45. 45 is heavy. In my opinion, as a female carrying a 45, it's heavy. I think a 380 would be.
His 9 is really heavy for me.
You got to remember now that with a pistol, that little bit of weight, the more it is, you're not holding it right here.
Right.
It's out here.
Exactly.
So extend it out in front of you. A couple pounds feels like a couple more pounds.
It does, exactly. That's true.
So a
And then-
45 is pretty heavy
Yeah.
for most females.
The kick is a lot harder to because when you're holding it this far out, the kick makes it go higher up.
Higher.
So you have to practice more with it to be as accurate.
And that's very true. And it's funny, we've told this story before, but when we went and got our 45s, I had always learned on a 9. And I'd always trained on a 9. So when we went to the 45 is a little bit heavier than a 9. But Jason, we didn't know enough about how far ammunition has come to where a 9 would have been just as effective as a 45 given the right ammunition. So we went to the 45 knowing that Jason doesn't want me to have to put more than one hole in somebody or try to put one hole in somebody.
Well, we are in granite country. There are big boys. You know, she might have to put 2 in them, even with the 45.
Right.
You know.
So when we went and got the 45s, I picked out a 9 that I really liked, and the guy said, "Okay, hold that thought," and he went and showed me the exact same gun in a 45 caliber. So fell in love with it, loved the grip, brought it home, and of course in Jason's mind he's thinking, I'm gonna have to train her, we're gonna have to work on holding it and all that stuff. So we get everything loaded up, we come out here, and he just threw a teddy bear, one of the girls' old teddy bears, out into the middle of the pond so that it would move and drift and all that. And he shot, and did you actually hit the thing the first time? Sorry.
Yes,
Now
I did.
she's
hit
gonna
it.
razz him.
Whether he did or not, right now, yes. I
Yes,
did.
he did.
Anyway, so then I went and took my first shot, and I shot the bear right in the crotch. And Jason was like, "That was so
That'll
luck."
stop an intruder.
No, he was like, "That was so luck. Do it again."
Do it again.
So I let him shoot again. He moved the bear a little bit more, hit it and moved it a little bit more. So I took it, shot it again right in the crotch, same hole, boom. And he's like,
Bear literally sat up. Bear's in the bottom of the pond
Well,
somewhere.
there's a certain amount of hand-eye coordination that can be just from instinct. You know, if you have really good instincts, you might be able to, especially like if you do it quickly, your instincts will put you right on target. But if you're trying to do it and you're thinking about it, you might mess yourself up.
A lot of people overthink shooting.
right.
There's just some basic fundamentals that once you get those down, if you don't think about it, you'll be on target 99% of the time.
I guarantee you this, if you ever have to use a firearm for what you bought it for, you will not be thinking.
No, You
You
won't
will
be.
just be doing.
Practice, 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 practice.
It's got to be
practice.
muscle memory. It can't be something that you overthink. And that's why it's so important. That's why I love a lot of the the firing ranges that I've seen, or gun clubs. They'll do a ladies' day where they don't charge you anything except, I guess you have to buy your.
You gotta buy your
Arrow
ammunition.
from them.
Or you bring your ammunition, but you have to buy their targets or something, and it's like $1 a target or something like that. So, but I think that's really, and it's important, especially for females, to do that, because I mean there could come a time where we have to, we're not going to be right on top of each other to protect, to be
Well,
protected.
If you just take the What If collaboration that we did with Go for Green Living, when he got all dressed up and he was out hoeing his garden, and Krista came up,
Give him his tea.
gave him his tea, and then gave him the pistol. That's a very good scenario, because if something like that was to happen, the guys, we would be outside working just like back in the 1700s, 1800s. We'd be out working in the fields trying to make food, and the women would be doing the other stuff, the stuff that they're going to be doing, and they're not necessarily going to be right beside you in the field. And any Joe Schmo can come stumbling through the woods or stumbling off the road. And, I mean, there are some women out there that can hold their own. There's some women out there that are strong. But 9 times out of 10, a man can overpower a woman.
And I think the most valuable thing, the most valuable way to train that civilians overlook is stress fire. You do push-ups until you cannot lift your own body weight off the ground anymore, and then try to hit that target.
No, that's a good.
You do a bunch of jumping jacks until you can feel your pulse jumping out of your
And
neck,
then do
and
it.
then try to shoot that target. Because I guarantee you, that is exactly the physical condition you will be in when someone's shooting at you.
Right.
Yep.
Brad wants to know, do you carry with a round in the chamber?
Yes. It don't work without a round in the chamber.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't on mine is because it doesn't have a safety.
Okay, and that's fair.
And,
Yeah.
and she keeps it in her purse.
Purse,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah. Anything.
anything could catch on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
one.
a really heavy trigger, though.
It is. It's a long trigger pull.
Well, my pistol has the beaver tail on it, and then it also has the trigger safety,
Mm-hmm.
and both of them have to be
Engaged.
Yeah, you have to
engaged
gauge both of them.
for it to fire. So I mean, I walk around in the chamber all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, I keep my little high point in a condition so that all I have to do is flick my
Flip it.
thumb down and squeeze my finger.
Cause you got what is it? 6? What is it? 6 seconds. If somebody is what 15, 20 feet. No, you don't even got a sixth. What is it?
A sixth
Sixth
of
of
a
a
second.
Sixth of a
Sixth of
second.
a second before they're right there in your face on you. That's why a lot of cops they get stabbed when they draw their weapon, but the guy's got a knife. It doesn't take long for them to be there and at you.
You're getting pressure again. This is why we need Palmetto Paratroopers live show.
Why don't I just drive around the country and get on everybody else's show?
There you go.
You could do a Skype with other people because gas is expensive.
I told you I'd be in your ear. Read the
I
question
need
for
to
you.
make better videos before I try to do anything else.
Okay, so Candy Hill wants to know, she came in late, so what's going on? Okay, Palmetto Paratrooper and his family came to visit us.
I wish you
So that's basically what we're doing. We're all sitting around out here in the dark, enjoying each other's company and sharing with y'all. So Farmer Meemaw wants to know how many more days will we be donating to Simply?
From the website,
We still have a whole nother,
another week after this week.
yeah, we still have a whole nother week.
The hat ends on Tuesday, on the Insomnia Club on Tuesday.
Right. So we're almost done with that.
Yeah.
BC Truck says, I accidentally shot an empty pistol in the house a few years ago. I ended up,
There's no such thing as an unloaded firearm.
Yep.
I ended up
like
buying
that
my
happening.
wife a new fridge. Right. He accidentally shot an empty pistol. It wasn't empty.
Empty
Right.
Did you see that conversation?
I ended up buying my wife a new fridge. Yeah, that's
She
bad.
comes home from work, brand new fridge. Why we got a new fridge?
I love you.
I just love you. That's all. That's all it is.
We Tree Bonsai said, does Big Bear or Palmetto Trooper have the cards from Conflicted?
No, but Southern Prepper is really all about that conflicted game. Like
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's the
it's a scenario where,
Oh,
where,
with
you,
the-
where you read what if this happened,
I
what would you
gotcha.
do, so that you can answer the questions.
yeah.
of people who
That's
got
that deck of cards he was talking about, right? The playing cards.
Yeah, there's like 7 or 8 different decks now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One for like thermonuclear war, one for an economic disaster or whatever.
This will be
If you
fun
go
to
check
play.
the last couple of videos on Southern Prepper One's channel, that
He's
he's
doing-
got a link in the description box.
Yeah. We might have to get some and then have you come back
That
and then
would
we
be fun.
play it here.
Yeah.
That would be cool. All right, we're gonna get some and then we're gonna have them back over and we're gonna play.
That sounds like fun. So Teresa Dean says an empty gun is the most deadly.
Yeah.
Yes.
The only time a gun is empty is when it's not finished being manufactured yet.
There you go.
That's one of the major safety rules of firearms. Treat every weapon as
As if it was loaded. Is exactly right. Go for Green says, you can go to their place next. Farmer Meemaw says, what's the last day for our store? Meemaw, I'll get with you and let you know. I think it's gonna be like not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. But I'll have to go back and check to make sure. Instructor Zero has a good video on how fast someone with a knife can close in on you.
Yeah, I think I've seen that video.
It's very fast.
It is very fast.
You're almost more deadly with a knife.
When you
When you are with
consider
a firearm.
sprinting and leaning and falling, like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of little tiny advantages that stack up into a really big advantage.
Yeah.
Weetree said there's 7 decks.
Yeah.
Okay, so question was, which do the ladies prefer, an automatic or a revolver? Which type of holster do you prefer? So mine is not a revolver. So I would say I've never shot a revolver.
Yes, you have.
Have I? Oh yeah, the
Wheel gun?
yeah, yeah, I have. That's right. But I don't really like a revolver. I'm not crazy about a revolver. And then as far as a holster goes, the holster I would like to have, my gun won't fit in. I would like to have one that I can wear on me that's concealed. I've seen shirts, bras, tank tops that will conceal one. But for right now, my holster, I take it off of the, like it's just,
The belt clip.
yeah, off of the belt clip, and I have mine inside my purse. So, because my gun is too heavy, it pulls my pants down. I can't wear it on
And
my,
that's the whole reason that instead of carrying a 45, I carry a 38
Yeah.
with hollow point.
with a hollow point, you know.
Same size hole, easier to hide.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is, you know, I think, I don't know.
You know why the bad guys like revolvers?
Why?
Keeps the shell casings and there's nothing to pick fingerprints up off the ground.
That's true.
Ah. So Sharon Brown says, I have my dad's revolver. I tried carrying it. It was way too heavy. Rain said she has 2 black belts, but never assume I will be faster or better than the attacker. So I always carry another weapon besides my hands and feet.
She looks like a little ninja.
She is. She teaches dance and karate.
Yeah, I was watching, she was trying to do her live stream the other night, and I was watching her, and I was like, okay, that's not how I had you pictured. You look like a little ninja.
She is a little ninja. Do you see how fast she can crochet? That's like,
Yeah, she's
She's a crochet ninja.
She's more than a crochet ninja. You
Yeah.
don't get that good.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
Regular
you
crochet
blink
skills.
and there's a scarf there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Some foolishness.
Yep.
Maybe
So,
she can figure out this
Here,
color
you-
pulling because I think I'm doing it wrong. I can't get the pattern in it.
so Big Family wants to know, he says an AK-47 with an OK optic or an AR-15, like the AK will simply fire. I don't know what that means.
AK-47 every day.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of optics at all because you get used to them, you get accustomed to them, and
You
they
get
break,
lazy.
and then you're stuck with iron sights, and you can't shoot with iron sights anymore because you weren't shooting with iron sights. But an AK-47 is durable. You could throw that thing in the pond, go down there and get it, and just come out of the water shooting with it.
Yeah, you can let it sit in there a month and come
Yeah.
back and shoot with it.
I've seen videos where people take a whole handful of river silt and just pour it in the chamber and rack it back and start shooting.
There's not much that can.
Well, that's what it was designed for.
You
Right?
can you can run over an AK-47 with a 5-ton and pick it up and shoot it.
I've
long
seen
as it don't break.
people. I've seen people take their AK-47 to the car wash and just clean it with the pressure washer at the car wash, and that's how they clean their weapon.
I think the only thing you would take over the AK is probably your saw.
Yes, if I could get an M249, then I would say what
Yeah.
AK-47?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
So,
Bell fed.
so they want to know, do you use laser, and if so, red or green?
I mean, I have lasers, not weapon-mounted lasers, but I have green laser pointers, and that's specifically for saying, hey, look at that way over there. But I don't put them on my weapon.
So Brad said iron sights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Iron sights
I'm
are the
poor,
way-
man. I don't have all the money in the world for all these bells and whistles. Plus, if you
Didn't
have all
someone
those
see a
bells and
laser?
whistles,
They break.
well, they break, and you having them breaks you.
Right. You
It's like-
you start depending
Yeah.
on them, and then
Your
right.
skills start deteriorating.
Right.
Well,
Exactly.
with a laser, couldn't someone see where you are with
Yeah, I
your
would
laser?
think that
like,
would give you.
Yeah, I mean, they could backtrace it a little bit, but
It's a lot
someone
easier
who knew
with
what they
night
were
vision.
looking for.
Yeah.
You know,
but
if they got night
if they
vision,
got
then
night
they can
vision,
definitely
they
do
can
that.
definitely
So-
take places, but
So BC Truck says my wife can crochet, watch TV, and talk to her friend on the phone. I don't know how you guys can or gals can multifunction like that. I have to stop walking in order to talk.
He runs a marathon every time he gets on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stop
Can't.
walking around in
Uh-huh,
circles.
I'm the
when
same
if I'm
way.
on the phone, I'm pacing.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a hard time sitting still. I know.
But do you know how hard it is just about anymore to find a rifle with iron sights on it? Like, it was 3 or 4 years ago, I bought a new 30-06. No iron sights.
You know, it's funny. Rain just said, she said, BC, I think we're designed that way because we're moms. We were just having this conversation. We have to be able to multitask. And that's what we were talking about earlier, is that because I think God made us that way. We have to be able to multitask because we were designed to be able to take care of the children and cook and all of that stuff. So
Someone
anyway,
mentioned crochet.
crochet. They were talking about crocheting. So anyway, go ahead.
It just amazes me how we can go from guns to
Okay, we got 5 minutes.
crochet. We got longer than that. Nobody's following us.
Load's not on tonight?
No, load and move. I told you that.
Yeah, I saw that listed on the Homestead Network.
Yeah.
page.
There's nobody.
Oh,
between
y'all are
us.
telling on me. I didn't see it on the network channel.
Yep.
Oh,
There's
no.
nobody following us until Deep South.
Oh, so we can go for a little while
We
longer?
can go for a little while. If Deep South is on there, ask them if they want to come on 30 minutes earlier and we'll split it
They were
tonight.
saying something earlier, but I don't know that they're on now. They were on earlier.
Okay.
Danny, Wanda, if you're on, let us know.
Well, you're not going to be able to see them that way.
Will you
scrolling up.
hush? Mind your own. You stay on over that way. I'm multitasking over here.
Multitask. But yeah.
There you go. Women are spaghetti and men are waffles.
Amen. You know, it's like this bathroom that we're redoing. This is a prime example of men having waffle brains and women having a bowl of spaghetti. I'm focused on one. The reason why it took me as long as it did for me to get that tub in is because Miss Spaghetti Brain over here, every time we'd go to get a part or get something that I needed, she would be like, well, let's go over here and look at this tile. Well, let's...
She would distract you with
Yeah.
something that's 30 steps down the road.
Yes.
When you're just trying to fix what's right in front of you. You know?
And I would tell her, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And so finally it got to the point after like 1,700 times, I would just look at her and she'd be like, you're not there yet. And she would stomp off and be all mad.
But
I
the
tell her
funniest
all the
part
time we'll
about
cross that bridge when we get to it.
but the funniest part about the whole thing
And
is
then
when
we
we
get to
finally
it-
get to that part.
Why didn't you plan for this?
Why did I don't
were in charge of
understand?
this
You
part.
should have told me about that.
Well,
You're
you
supposed
weren't
to
there.
remind me. Remind me when I need reminding, not 5 minutes after I told you about it. Right?
It's hilarious. Oh,
Here's what I
Claire's
don't
back.
understand. You have a smartphone. It has a calendar. You can add events to your calendar from any device that has internet access.
There you
I don't
go.
have a
Why
smartphone.
do I need to
Does
Remind
a
you
smartphone
about
have gears or
every
triggers?
event ever?
You know why? Because we can multitask.
Exactly.
How about I just throw this phone in the lake right there?
That's okay. It's waterproof.
She already got you set up.
On it.
That's true. I need to get you a warranty replacement.
My OtterBox broke.
Uh-oh.
That wasn't the OtterBox. That was the
Oh yeah, that
actual
is right
cover.
actually on the phone.
Because that phone is the Sony something or another, whatever their newest one is. And it's waterproof, but part of the waterproof is that it has a cover for the charging port so water can't get into it and ruin
And
it.
it broke.
And that popped off.
See,
Gotcha.
you need to get a job with her.
Why?
As much as you like that phone and all the new phones and
You know how
You
much
would
I'm
hate it.
really going to like
They
this
do
phone?
have a center in Greenville,
They do.
Yeah, but then I'd have to go all the way to Greenville.
but it ain't as far as going all the way to Columbia.
That's true.
Right, but my job is 7 miles from my house.
Yes, but I work from home now.
Yeah.
She spent what 5 years working there, 6,
5 this summer, yeah.
and before she got to start working from home.
Well, it's because our center just started working from home. There's people on my team that have been there for like a year because they were there when they started doing
what?
it.
Uh-oh. Brad, we weren't paying attention, and Brad is busting out Claire. Claire is driving me crazy. Can you please have Blaze walk through the shot? And Claire's like,
heard from over
Daddy,
there.
stop!
I'm sorry, I think our 5-year-old's
Come here,
flirting
Blaze.
with him at the moment.
Come here.
Uh-oh. Farmer Meemaw says, y'all please pray for me. I'm about to go redneck crazy on a neighbor. Yeah, that's another reason why we live. Teresa says, uh-oh, bless their souls when you go off.
Bless their
Sky, where
hearts.
are you?
Bless their
I know
heart.
he's back there somewhere. I
He's
can't
right
see
there, but Skylar went over in that direction.
Okay,
Keep
so
following him. I'm following
the question's been been asked. Oh,
You keep
there he
coming,
is.
Come on.
The question's been asked. Do you have an escape plan if you had to leave your homestead?
For me?
Yes. Do you have an escape plan if you had to leave your homestead?
Yes.
Yeah, like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Depends on what the scenario is, which way I'm going.
You've been summoned. The fire's about to go out.
Well, she keeps fussing at me because we're
Come
trying
here,
to keep
Skylar.
it low.
We're trying to keep it
Because of the
low.
wind. She's like, it's not big enough.
turn around, look at the camera.
She like, she
Say
grabs
hi.
on me.
Now wave and say hi.
She's like, don't you know how to build a fire?
Daddy sets that bar kind of high.
I'm
Yeah.
catching from all sides. She's like, don't you know how to spell? I'm like, I can't read what you're writing. It's dark. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. You know why she wants it high? Because she was...
Marshmallows.
No, marshmallows. They want to
Oh,
roast
they're roasting
marshmallows.
marshmallows.
Yeah.
Have we heard from Deep South at all?
Yes, they said 8:30 will be fine.
Okay, cool.
So,
That'll work. So,
all right. So, yeah. So,
so
If you show his
good. Now,
what he wants.
both Claire and Jordan got their fix.
Jordan's not in here. I think you said something, and I haven't seen Jordan. Maybe she's just listening. I don't know. All right. Amanda says she's got to go. She's got a ton of stuff to do and a nice hot shower. Yay!
Got
She said they just got their power and their internet and stuff back. So
Cool.
yeah.
That's good to know.
Um,
So, have all of our other peeps checked in from Florida and coastal Carolina?
yeah.
and
See,
everything?
she left.
Why did she leave?
I don't. Living like Claire said, I am not interested in your son. Ew.
That is
We
not a
know that,
basketball.
Claire. It's just fun to
It's
pick
just
on
fun
you.
to watch you turn 14 shades of red.
It's not a basketball.
No.
It's not.
No. No.
Training ball.
That's a weight
Is
training
that a weight
ball.
training ball?
It's a medicine ball.
Okay.
Oh wow.
It's gonna fall in your
Haven't
son's-
heard from Grits and Gravy. Blaze, go help her with the fire.
She just
gonna nag
keeps
your
coming.
mama
She
to
is
death.
going to continue to nag. Claire says
She
the
has
light
learned
is
well,
working
though.
very well to illuminate all on the screen talent. All of them. No offense, Blaze, but I'm only 15. Dad! Brad, you need to leave her alone.
What are you saying?
Okay, so apparently there are some police being killed in California. There was 3 earlier, and now they're saying 5. I don't know what's going on. Nobody has heard from Joe and Mel yet. Did you haven't talked to them?
Who?
Cockeyed.
No, but
Didn't they
They're
comment on a
north of
video
here, aren't
earlier
they?
They're north
today?
of here.
They're
they-
north of here. You know what they're probably doing, and I saw this, and I meant to send them a message. Cornelia had a some kind of big
Oh, yeah, they had
festival
that big
today.
festival today.
So they might have been out there with that. So
being all cockeyed.
yeah. Who was it that was saying that? Was it Suburban? Yeah, Suburban Hillbilly. Give us just a short clip of what is going on, because everybody wants to know because I don't know any of the details. We've been out here visiting the whole time, so.
But I thought California, you didn't have guns in California.
I was trying to turn it off, that's all. Shootout in Palm Beach in California. 2 officers dead, 1 wounded, suspect still at large. There you
Palm
go.
Beach, that's by 29 Palms.
Mhm.
29 stumps.
I got nothing to say.
We did.
Shouldn't have been in California. Shouldn't have been a cop. That's all I'm gonna say.
We went. I got thrown out of a bar in 29 in Palm Springs. Got thrown right through the window.
Oh,
At least they let you in.
Well, we went in there and it was basically half my platoon. We went in there and we were at school. We were at learning how to link up with satellites. And we had this one huge dark green Marine. I mean, Eddie must have stood like 6'8". And he always used to say that the MREs were meals ready for Eddie. and so we were in there just shooting pool, having a good time, blowing off some steam. And this California hillbilly came up and looked at Eddie and said, "I didn't know your kind knew how to play pool." And there was two things that with Eddie you just didn't mess with. The first one was his food, and then was race.
Yeah.
He hated that level of ignorance. And I remember, I'll never forget as long as I live. I remember I was shooting, I heard the guy say that, and I hit the cue ball, and it just went yonder way. And I said, this is just not going to end well.
No.
Well, see, I would have immediately thought he meant Marine.
And I got hit across the back with a pool stick, and out the window I went. By that time, Eddie and them, we all come running out, and we grabbed a taxi and we went. And I said, kind of looked at Eddie and said, "We can't take you anywhere."
See, when I lived in Camp Lejeune, that's why the Marines were not allowed in Wilmington at all, period. Like, if they knew you were a Marine, they kicked you out of whatever business you were in because
They
they
like
always
to
cause
fight.
troubles like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we like to fight.
Well, yeah, we know that.
There was a particular establishment that half my platoon got a second job at. All right.
Establishment.
Yes. Yes.
They were all bouncers and bartenders
Right.
because they couldn't be the primary source of income for
Right.
this.
They were the wrong
Right.
gender.
Right.
Yeah.
But we were in there one day and closing the place down, and we decided to go to the one place that stayed open later.
Mm-hmm.
And they have, I don't know why, but they had a midget bouncer, like a little person bouncer. Had a little radio in his ear and everything. And there was one guy that, the one guy you can't take anywhere.
Now, what are you
He
doing?
always wants to get drunk and fight. Well, I saw him struggling with a couple of bouncers, and when I came over to intervene,
All right, be
as I'm
careful
walking
now.
halfway across the bar, I see him punt the midget bouncer, and I just collapsed in place. I hit the floor laughing, and when I looked up, they had him handcuffed, sitting in a chair, and I just went right back to what I was doing.
Is that the guy who was literally assigned someone for every weekend,
Well,
and
yeah,
if you
and
got
that's
arrested
the
that
problem.
weekend, you were in trouble?
He wasn't in my squad. I mean, we were not. He said, "You want to go to the bar?" And I said, "Sure." The next day, me and the guy that took him, the other guy that took him out, got smoked by his squad leader all day long, like 12 hours up. You should have been watching him. That's your job.
Wow.
That's military life.
Uh-huh.
But what I remember about Palm Springs, am I wrong? But there was a lot of money there.
Yeah, Palm
I
Springs
never
is
been.
really ritzy.
Only part of California I ever been to was
Guy,
Fort
do not lean
Irwin,
over those blocks.
Barstow, California. Fort nothing.
Fort nothing.
Ugh.
Yikes.
So, let's just hope everything turns out for the best.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of information just now, but
We're in weird times. Some people that wear a badge overstep. Big time. I mean, you just lost a really good friend.
right.
And then there are people that take something like this and use it to loot. And you kind of go back and forth and you go, I understand the reason for the protest. But protesting is going and marching, not busting out
Well, and even
windows
like the
and
looting
stealing
and rioting portion would make sense if the people you were doing it against were the people that you were mad at.
Mad at,
Look
Like
yeah.
if you were
Look at
doing it for
Charlotte.
police station, for
Right.
example.
Right.
But how does busting your neighbor's window
We're going down
victimizing
into
more innocent people?
Exactly.
Y'all,
protest
y'all make it sound like there's a
victimizing
lot of
innocent
thought
people.
put into it.
Oh,
it's-
but there
it-
is.
What it is
Look
is
at some of these
you-
staged.
you get a handful of people who are genuinely wanting to protest for something,
Right.
and it seems like the popular thing at the time, and it draws in a
Gets
crowd.
hijacked.
And then you have people in that crowd who see targets of opportunity,
Right.
and they jump on it
They
because
jump
they're
on
not
it, yeah.
really there for any cause. They're there to be part of the crowd, and now that they're there and they see a target of opportunity, now they're there for themselves.
Right.
Well, like the Charlotte instance, something like 70% of the people that were arrested for the violent behavior
Didn't even
had
live there.
out-of-state IDs. They weren't
Right.
even from the state, let
Exactly.
alone
All
the
the people
general
that
area.
protested to have the Confederate flag removed from the South Carolina
And
State
They're
House,
not from South
Not from
Carolina.
South
almost
Carolina.
every last
Yeah.
one of them was from out of state.
Whoa, just kidding. Sorry.
See? Told you.
Yeah.
It was-
They're taking trolls off the internet and putting them in real life.
Yeah.
You know, that's a very,
That's basically what's happening.
Yeah. That's a good way.
that's a good way to put it.
So Candy Hill said there's a big difference between a protest and a riot.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
And what is the riot getting you? Nothing.
Well, it says looters aren't in it for the cause. They just want free stuff and want to cause trouble. So what you're saying, it's
It
an
just
opportunity.
furthers the narrative from the other side as to why they have to behave in such a manner, because you are dangerous and you are all these other things that aren't true.
Right. But and the thing that I think is, I always shake my head whenever I hear the word peaceful protest, because it's never.
There was one in Columbia,
It,
and you didn't hear about
but
it
you never
because it
hear
was
about
hear about
those.
because it was peaceful.
Right.
And that's why riots and looters and that's why stuff keeps happening.
Yeah.
Because they keep plastering it all over the TV. It's the same thing with the clowns. You saw one clown one time and then it made national news, and now you're seeing 100 clowns a day all over the country.
All everywhere.
Although, did you see that one sheriff posted a video? Try it, son. Because if I see you with a machete, I will shoot you. No questions asked.
At school bus stop.
Oh yeah, like
It started right across the state line from
yeah,
here.
Really?
yeah.
They were
There
just
was
like
one in-
standing in the woods, like waving a machete or
Machete.
something, like
Uh-huh.
not actually interacting with people, just trying to freak people out.
And then that spawns the copycats, and it spawns the hoax creators, and it's everywhere now.
And then that guy shot
They
his kid
even
and tried to
started-
say it was the clown.
I shared this on Facebook recently. They even started a Clowns Lives Matter. I'm
I don't
not
know if
kidding.
that's true or if that's a parody,
No,
but
that
it's
was-
hilarious either
That was
way.
not a parody.
So
Have you ever met a person who takes the clown life very
seriously, yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of,
They are clowns.
yeah.
So Brad said if you look up on Craigslist, you can actually search for
You can find anything on Craigslist.
non-private. He says look in the Craigslist non-profit sector. They buy those people for $15 an hour. The protesters and stuff that
Oh,
they
yeah.
bring in.
Oh, yeah.
You can find anything on Craigslist. We found a house.
George Soros.
And of course, Wayne said $15 an hour. I'm in the wrong business.
You ain't lying. Me and Wayne could sit out there and say we protest them fat guys.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Fat lives matter.
Jay,
Fat
and,
lives matter.
Hey,
Jay
big
and
fan
Silent
said-
Wayne.
There you go. ICP,
Insane Clown Posse.
That's the only serious clown people I've ever met. They weren't
Angel Man
serious,
wants to
but
know,
anyway.
Jason, do you have an alternative for spider holes? I have a high water table.
I don't like spider holes. I don't know about you, but my alternative is don't dig one.
ICP needs to make a song about this clown epidemic so everyone quits doing it.
I would rather be high. Not high up in a tree.
Elevation.
Elevated.
Family show, guys.
Than in a hole. Because nobody ever looks up.
That's
Rarely.
true. I mean, that's true. I used to scare my little sister coming back from the bus stop all the time.
All the
'cause
time.
I'd just climb a tree,
Yeah, nobody ever looks
drop
up.
out of the tree.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
somebody passed out.
Yeah, he is out.
Yeah.
You know, but I like to be elevated or on the moon.
Yep, high ground is the way to be.
2.5 bottles later.
He's a big boy.
That's why I was telling you, like, I don't get it. I know they built the roads up high so that the water would rush off the road, but if you drive around, no matter where you are, you will see that all of the roads are sloped back towards people's houses.
Yes.
So all the water is going to run off the road right back at your house.
Which
Right.
means you need things like FEMA to come help
To
you.
come help,
Yep.
right?
What's the matter, baby? You hurt yourself on the door? What happened?
Locking the door.
The girl closed
Uh-oh.
it hurt. Did you have your hand in
Does
the
she have
door
a
when
name?
she closed it?
What's her
Was
name?
it Ladessa? Was it your sister? Was it Carol? Which girl was it?
Ladessa?
I'm sure it was an accident.
She called her Elizabeth because that's one of the kids on one of the YouTube channels.
Oh, that
Here,
she
come here.
watches.
Come here.
So Rain says that if you ever watch the history of clowns, it's pretty creepy. So the true history of clowns is far more evil and nefarious than most people know. She said that if you know, there's a reason many are afraid of clowns. Again, the history's pretty creepy when you look it up.
There's a history to many things that people don't think about, and they just
They don't want
do
to
it
think
out
about.
of tradition or out of habit.
Well, most of the fairy tales,
Yeah.
like Little Red Riding Hood and
Pocket full of posies is about
Yeah,
the black
about
plague.
Black
Black
Plague,
Plague,
right? Yeah, and all of the a lot of the, even some of the stories that Disney has made nice and pretty, like Snow White
Yes.
and
the Snow White
you
Wonder
know,
Princess.
yeah, and you know all the different stuff. There's some,
If you want to ruin your childhood, look into Walt Disney.
yeah,
Because
yeah. Enough said.
You know, he was dishonorably discharged from the Marine Corps.
I'm sure.
Well, I've heard people say he was and he wasn't. Like that's like
If you see any old picture of Walt sitting at his desk, look right above his head. You will see the Marine Corps emblem on some discharge papers, and it's turned upside down.
I will have to look that one up, dear.
Yep. And then there's also when they started back when we were kids, they did the Disney Sunday night TV movie thing. And in the beginning, if you remember, there was a picture of Walt's desk, and all the papers came
Come
in.
down.
And the very last one was his discharge, was the Marine Corps discharge papers again, and Mickey's hand went.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so everybody's asking about Patriot Nurse's recent post on the plague spreading via our airports. Has anybody heard of that?
I haven't
We
heard
don't
of
So-
watch her channel.
Wayne said that London Bridge is falling down is creepy as well. The story behind London Bridge is falling down.
So have you heard anything about the plague?
I hadn't heard anything about
There's
that.
been a lot of crazy.
I've heard about monkeypox.
Although there's been a
rumors
lot
going
of
around.
TV shows about CDC samples getting manipulated and then stolen.
When you see something like that, when you start to see a trend in TV shows, and then you hear something that sounds remotely similar in reality, that's not an accident.
Well, look at
Until you dismiss
was it
it.
Jericho and Revolution?
Yeah.
Both of those within 2 seasons they were done.
Yeah.
They do that on purpose. If you're telling too much truth, you're gonna get canceled. But if you've heard about something on the TV, just from a TV show here and a TV show there, and then you start to hear about similar things in real life, it's because the moment you start talking about it, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, you just saw that on a TV show. See,
Yeah.
look, right here. This is the episode."
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
You know,
true.
because I've heard recently that the dollar's getting ready to collapse again. I've heard that rumor again. I've heard that Russia is preparing for nuclear war. And
Yeah,
they're starting to make their
drills with
people
citizens.
go underground. I've heard China is ready to just call in all of its debts. I've heard, of course, North Korea, he's always rattling his saber.
But he's been doing that for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, he's a little off his rocker.
Yeah, a little.
The-
Which
the
is
ba-
why we don't go after him, because he's crazy and he really would
mean,
retaliate.
Well, see, the thing was, is with his
With
daddy,
a spit wad shooter.
with with his daddy, we weren't allowed to take him out because we were more concerned about this, and we wanted to let his daddy to live a long life as possible. And then his daddy keeled over, and remember when he died, I said,
We were in a
on.
we were in a Taco Bell because we were doing a bunch of stuff in between, so we had to pick something up for the kids. We couldn't cook at the house, so we went and got like cheese taquitos or something silly like that. And we were sitting there eating, and I remember looking up at the TV screen. They were having the funeral for his dad, and you looked right at me and said, "Hold on, because here's where it gets interesting."
You know why we will never have to worry about North Korea?
Why?
Because as soon as the sun goes down in North Korea, you know exactly where the leader is. 'Cause it's the only place with electricity.
That's true too, yeah.
You get a bird's eye view of North Korea, and there's dear leader because there's a light on.
Yeah, that's true too. What did Brad say? I saw him say something earlier.
He said red sparrows. Look it up.
So, you know, there's a lot of rumors going around now. That's a new one about the plague that I haven't heard. I haven't heard about the monkey.
Monkeypox?
Yeah.
There was some kind of outbreak in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
I didn't hear a whole lot about it.
I remember what was it that broke out in Disneyland? What was it? The mumps? Or was it smallpox again?
Oh, what was it? I don't remember.
Measles?
Measles,
I think
maybe.
it was measles. And they tried to blame it on everybody that wasn't vaccinated, but yet the only people that were catching it were the kids that were vaccinated. All the unvaccinated kids were like, what?
Like, we're healthy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about like people that are like angry at parents who don't vaccinate their kids, most people who get vaccinated diseases get it from adults who don't get their boosters.
You know, I mean, so Gopher Green says we dropped 2 fake nukes yesterday.
Where'd we drop them?
Fox News said
Were
if
they
they
fake or
reported it
guns?
long enough, people will believe it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You know, because, I mean, if a thermonuclear war does break out, it really, where we're sitting at here, how far away are you guys from Augusta and Savannah River?
Well, there.
If it depends. Coming here from to hit the Savannah River, it's like most of the trip, right? Like,
Yeah.
like an hour and 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, 'cause we didn't
But,
cross into Georgia until
but
we got on
Augusta-
181.
Augusta, we'd have to go south into Columbia and then.
Okay.
And then
So
west.
you're above Columbia then.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
what, halfway between the two?
About halfway between Charlotte and Columbia.
Yeah. So they're like at least an hour or 2 and a half from the nuclear.
The only thing that bothers me about our location as far as nuclear war is Fort Jackson is right over there.
It is. That's right. Fort Jackson is closed.
But see,
So
that was
that's
one
what
of the
they
things
touched
why I
on,
had to get out of
say.
Augusta, because Fort Gordon was there.
Yeah.
And that's like the communication hub for
Everywhere.
all
yeah.
branches of the military.
Oh,
If they start
Jackson's just a
targeting
training
military
base, so-
targets, the whole southeast is going to be Swiss cheese.
Yeah. Yeah. And it'll span all the way up through to Virginia because that's where all your boats are. So, yes, I call them boats because that's what they are. No, I'm just kidding. All the ships.
Just marine
Taxis.
transport.
Yeah, taxis.
Taxis.
Yeah. But I mean, our Eastern Fleet is. I mean, that's where they all are. And if you've ever been, have you ever been to Norfolk?
No.
They stack the ships right on top of each other. I mean, when 9/11 hit, they took every single boat out into the water because they were afraid that all it would take is hitting
One strike.
one or two of the
It's
of the
messed up that
carriers.
these are top military brass, and it took 9/11 for them to think of that.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
I mean, for real, like when they have piers, they have like 6 ships on one pier because they'll have them 3 deep and one on each side of the pier.
Yeah, I used to see Charleston Harbor like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
they rack and stack them.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
It's that way in California too.
So, yeah.
Yep, you know, we had our own branch of the military to transport us too, right? The Air Force.
Air Force.
Did they passed out peanuts for you, didn't they? The chair force.
Yeah. What did Brad say?
Not to be too crazy, but domes are real. I think they're talking about these. Wayne said his brother went to
Deep
Fort Jackson.
underground military base. That's a dumb.
Fox. Oh, he's just saying faux news instead of Fox.
A lot of those in Texas.
There's a lot of them in
Nevada.
Rocky.
They did 2 fake bombs in Nevada. Is what paratroopers.
testing.
Yeah, testing. That's what.
But we cleared that up when Indiana Jones come out of
Now, don't forget that just a couple years ago they were all up in arms about how some man's cattle was messing with the desert tortoise, even though they just keep dropping nuclear bombs in the same state.
It,
What?
no, that situation gets me all fired up.
Yeah,
I
it
don't need
bothers
to get,
me too.
I don't need to get
It
fired
bothered
up.
me enough to drive across the country.
Yeah. I
Somebody
was like
just
this
met.
close.
So Terry Lawson said, my son did basic in relaxing Jackson.
Jackson, Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people say that until they've been to Columbia in July.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is nasty. I've been there
It
doing
was like
that.
115 for 3 weeks in a row
Oh.
this summer.
Man.
Well, I was so thankful that I went through Paris Island in the wintertime.
Oh,
So
yeah.
much so that Blaze has been kicking around the idea of going in the military, and he's like, he could go after he finished school, and Jason's
Wait.
like, no,
No,
Wait.
I said, look, now you can go. You'll be done, March, April time frame. You can go right after then if you want to. But let me just tell you something. Sand fleas, they're their own little.
Yeah, you don't
They're
want to
their
get
own
sugar
little
cookies
Nazis.
in June and July,
Oh,
and you don't want to
no.
do the Crucible in June or July
No.
either.
Just send him to me for that summer, and then he can go in the fall after I have whipped him into shape.
There you go.
Because, I'm not your dad. I love you, but I'm not your dad.
That's why kids behave better for other people because they're not sure. They know their parents won't really do anything bad to them. They
Yeah.
don't know about other people. They're like,
You can't be certain how much I love you.
"Right."
There you go. I'm not exactly sure. You just want the free labor.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want somebody to pass a shovel to.
There you go.
I would
It's a
settle
great
for the
feeling,
babysitting
man.
service he's
It's a
provided
great
thus far
feeling.
this evening.
It's a great feeling. When he was 5, 6, and we were out there, he was always basically holding on to, and I would be out there digging, and he would be just talking up a storm, and I kept thinking in the back of my mind, it's getting closer.
Yep.
It's getting closer.
Tasha begs
let
to
him live.
help. We're like,
A little bit longer.
no, sweetie, you
A little
can't.
bit longer.
Yeah.
No,
But Daddy, you
Tasha,
have a small shovel.
Tasha wants to
Not
beg
like that
and
before.
nag me to help me with what I'm doing, not with what I need help with.
Right, right.
So if Daddy, can I help? Sure, go get all that pine straw over there and put it in the ditch.
No.
No,
No,
I
I
want
want
to
to
come
use
help
the
you
small
dig.
shovel.
Give her a trowel.
Well, we don't know where all the water lines are, so we can't just let her go
Fair
to town
enough.
digging.
Speaking of water line, Blaze. One time we had an electric hot water heater.
Wasn't long after we moved into this house.
Not this house.
No, I don't mean this house. The house we lived
It
in.
was a trailer.
Whatever.
I mean, it was like
It was a home.
it was straight
Exactly.
tin can is what it was.
Anyway.
The element. And I said, well, come on, I'm gonna show you how to do it. And I've
Oh,
already
we
been
got like 2 minutes, so
till 8:30.
yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
round up your story.
Anyway, I didn't flip the breaker because I was already frustrated. So I just took the hot wire and spin it like that. Well, he watched it fall and watched it hit me. And I come off and son of a, and he's on the ground laughing. I'm like,
Just
okay,
giggling.
dude. Okay. And so later on down the road, we replumbing the barn that we had. And I said, all right, I said, now look, I'm going to go turn the water on, but I need you to look down the pipe to make sure the glue, the PVC glue, didn't make a clog. Boy, he put that pipe right up to his eyeball, and I went,
All right, Daddy.
bloosh.
Right in his face.
But, okay, so we got to wrap it up.
Yep.
All right, solicitation time. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to go to our website if y'all got the time. www.bigbearhomestead.com. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
If you're new, please subscribe. Go to thehomesteadnetwork.com to check out all the other shows.
And
Go-
hop on over to.
And hop on over to Deep South Homestead. They're waiting on you. And thanks for coming by. And like always, have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, don't nobody say anything yet.